Hello and welcome to another update video about Cardano. In this video we're going to take a look at what the Cardano price is doing and what Bitcoin is doing, and we start as always briefly with Bitcoin. Bitcoin is currently trading at just below 55,000. On the shorter term time frames it's getting into the overbought range, and also on the daily it's now in the overbought range, which is why we are seeing a red candle here. But you can see the daily candle yesterday closed above 55k. That's in my view a good sign. At least we are moving on our way up. Still not impressed by the structure here, but Bitcoin is just doing its thing. It's just moving up at the moment. You know, the next big target, if we hold above that level of 55k, which we're not doing at the moment, but if we hold above that, we will get to these levels here. This is pretty much a range, a lot of closely aligned resistance levels here, starting at, you know, I would say certainly down here at 59k. That's where it's starting, going up to 61.7 really, and then we've got the all-time, well, yeah, the all-time high here at nearly 65k. So there's a bit of stuff to get through as soon as we get here, but it could do what, you know, surprised us all, pretty much just to march through the 53k, which, you know, there was literally not really any resistance to go through that 53k resistance level. You can see that here, big candle, we just moved through, and now we're at the 55k. As I said, on the daily here we can see we are in the overbought range, so a little bit of a resistance is certainly expected. Also on the shorter term time frames we were even above the overbought 70 line, so we are already at 85, so we can expect some more either retracement or sideways movement. And as you can see here, we are struggling to get through the 55k at the moment. That's just here. I think if we lose that, we could get down, maybe find support at 53k, even though we didn't find any resistance here, or certainly get back to that low here, the previous low at 50.5k. That's pretty much what Bitcoin is doing at the moment. You know, it's a bit overheated now after that move. As I said, I'm still not impressed with that structure, but it's moving on, can't deny that. So let's take a look at Cardano. Cardano's still in that triangle, still, but I did say we have a few more days, you know, until something is about to happen, and that is when we get into the apex here. Getting closer to the apex all the time, price is moving less and less and less. Still on the RSI in the bearish range, on the daily here, so, you know, we are close to getting that breakout really. But at the moment, yeah, we're getting into that apex here. We see two red candles, purely because we have to make higher lows here when we want to stay in that triangle. Well, we don't want to stay in the triangle, but Cardano does, so need to wait for that breakout to happen. Currently trading around this 20-day moving average, still below the 50-day moving average and above the 200-day moving average. If we go into the shorter term time frame, here on the 4-hour chart, or let's go on to the hourly chart, because I did show it to the channel members in the chat yesterday that, you know, a breakout was imminent, and it happened here, and there was a breakout. That, however, did happen to the downside, unfortunately. So even though Bitcoin was pretty much holding at the level up there, didn't yet break out to the upside of that triangle. Not yet enough support by the buyers. So sorry, we broke out to the downside, made a higher low, however, compared to the last one, and we continue to move in this apex, and I expect a breakout. Yesterday I showed you the Solana chart, and I can quickly open it again for anyone who didn't see that video. But with Solana we did something very similar. You can see that white triangle, traded within that white triangle here for a while before we then broke to the upside. We didn't quite get into the apex, but we broke to the upside. I mean, yes, we've got a retracement now, but we certainly made some gains here from 138 to 175. So that is something that we could potentially expect for Cardano as well. Honestly, I don't see why Cardano would break to the downside if Bitcoin stays up there. I did expect it to break out to the upside already. I know a lot of people expected Cardano to break out already, but, you know, before a breakout happens, it's all speculation when it happens. Other than here where you have an apex and you can really say, you know, it should really happen before the 10th of October, which is still a few days away, possibly on the weekend. We can see a breakout here but it's just a little bit painful to watch at the moment. We can see here on the 1 hour, we are not overbought, so we've got that scope to get to the upside at the moment. We were even getting into the oversold range yesterday, which is why we bumped up this support level yesterday. And honestly, if we don't break out, we'll probably trade within these two resistance and support lines. Today, that resistance line is sitting at 218. If you see the price break up above 218, no, sorry, we zoom in, 218 is the current price. If you see the price break up above the 220, yesterday it was around 224. Yeah, today it's a bit lower, still around 223, 224, towards the higher end, roughly 224. So if you see the price break above that level, then honestly, hopefully there'll be a retest that is successful, and then we can certainly get to the first resistance level here, which is that high at 231. I think the next one is 236, and then I think, you know, we can get to all these levels here. And which ones did we have? We had took many of the lines out to make it less messy here, but we had 236 was an important one. I remember that one. That we've got here 245, which is that peak here was very sharp, so expect some resistance there. And then we had here 260, and we've got the 264. That's another range up here, but yeah, let's hope we get there. And 280 is a very important one, because 280 is really that first major high that we marked after the flash crash that happened. So here after that, you know, we only have pretty much the all-time high to deal with, I think, that all-time high range here, I think. So yeah, let's hope we get there, and it doesn't take long. It won't take much longer, and then the breakout is going to happen. I know a lot of people in frustration sold their ADA coins, but I believe that's what the powers to be want, you know, keep the prices low, and then people get frustrated, they sell, and that is then when nobody expects, you know, prices start to creep up or pump up, and then people will FOMO in again. I mean, Cardano will get its time. I did say last time when, I think last year, it was towards the end of October that Cardano started to pump again, and it's sometimes just these periods where nothing is happening, and some other coins aren't moving as well. So it's not only Cardano, but on Cardano there's a lot of focus, because it's just, you know, in the top 5, and yeah, just that bit more patience. Can't really give you more update now because not much happened. We still continue to trade in this triangle, and there will be another update video later today. So hopefully you liked the update. If you did, please smash the like button, and if you want to follow me on this crypto journey, then please subscribe. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.